Welcome to the BS and through sports review of Raw after WrestleMania 40 from April 8th, 2024. Now this Raw after WrestleMania. First thing I want to say, 10 times better than last year's Raw after WrestleMania. That shit was terrible. It had its moments. It wasn't actually action packed with wrestling, but that's what you get when you have intriguing storylines. Now, some of these storylines I do think came off of the hype of WrestleMania, one of the most well-built WrestleManias in my opinion in the at least recent history. All those other ones were Vince McMahon garbage. Yet it had its moments. It had what it needed to be. John Cena appearing, The Rock appearing, CM Punk appearing. Still building off of some storylines from WrestleMania, newer storylines appearing, leaving question marks in people's mind. Debuts, showcases, everything that needed to happen in this Raw happened. Now, was it the most amazing Raw after WrestleMania where there was nothing but shocking debuts? No. But it did its thing. And so, first, Raw after WrestleMania, the cold open. First thing, you hear it's time to play the game. Triple H comes out. I'm fine. He created the best WrestleMania build in recent history, in 10 plus years. He can come out, get his flowers like he got all weekend. Now, what did he say? He didn't say much. He says this was the greatest WrestleMania of all time. It obviously wasn't, but it was still great. And because of that, he's coming out here. He has the privilege of welcoming fans to Monday Night Raw. He says the new era has come and has begun, and then he introduces everyone's here to see, who everyone's here to see, who should have opened the show, in my opinion. It should have just been Cody Rhodes, the theme music hitting at the start. I don't need Triple H. He came out during WrestleMania Saturday and basically came out during WrestleMania Sunday through Stephanie McMahon. They said the exact same things. The exact same, are you ready? There's no need for Triple H. I don't want to see Triple H do this. He's obviously not. It's just because it's Raw to WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania weekend, the biggest Raw of the year. That's the only reason he's coming out. But I don't want to see him again. I'm already tired of Triple H. I feel like I've been seeing him all weekend. He's great, and he's doing great things. But I'm here for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out. Triple H shows him a video package. You know, those WWE teary-eye video package of him from his ground up getting to the WWE title. Rhodes. Triple H leaves the ring, of course, after the promo. He raises Cody's hand, leaves the ring. Now it's Cody's time to cut a promo. What do you want to talk about? He says his dream became a reality. And he basically said the same thing over and over again, in my opinion, for 20 minutes. I mean, he talked about why he does this. He talked about his daughter, Liberty, showing us a video on the screen of her saying, finish the story. He introduced himself as champion, talked about how he's undesirable to undeniable. I mean, he said the same thing he always says, just with the title around his shoulder. And at this point, I knew something had to happen. I knew The Rock had to come out. There was already the video of him being in the arena, around the arena. I knew The Rock had to come out. And you know what happened? The Rock came out. The Rock music hits. He comes to the ring and doesn't speak for 5 minutes. Because everybody's booing him. Reminded me of WrestleMania 33 when Roman Reigns came out after defeating The Undertaker. Everybody's chanting delete, wants him to go away. But I feel like this Rock heat is not as real as the Roman Reigns heat, of course. Roman Reigns, I feel like everybody actually hated him. The Rock, they're just booing him because it goes along with Cody Rhodes' story. Not so much because they actually don't like him. Because once he said his funny lines and his catchphrases, they were all right back to cheering him, at least half of them. The Rock welcomed Cody Rhodes, basically congratulated Cody Rhodes in this story, in this promo, for becoming the WWE champion, defeating Roman Reigns. It got really weird at points. The Rock asking Cody Rhodes to just put Cody Rhodes' title around his shoulder. Crowd chanting, "This is awkward," while they exchange titles to put it around each other's shoulder. Why in the world are we making the new, fresh, Universal Champion, whatever the hell the title's name is anymore? I don't even know. The WWE Universal Championship defeated the greatest champion of all time. Promoted as it. Probably is. The most dominant champion of all time. Took down the bloodline. They didn't see him on this show. They're in shambles right now. Except The Rock. Why is he already being a wimp bitch by giving up his title? No, you say you know what you do? You say you got to earn it. You got to take it off of me. Not here you go. You could try on my title. Just let me get yours in exchange. Let me hold your ID. The Rock's title means nothing. That WWE Universal Championship, Cody won 2 Royal Rumbles, went through 1 WrestleMania loss, came back, won another Royal Rumble, and beat him for it. Why are you just going around letting people try on your title? Now there's a picture of The Rock with the championship. Did The Rock's ego need that much? Excuse me. There's no reason that Cody Rhodes should just be giving up his title. I think it's a big deal. Because what does this even mean? What does this have to do with anything? This didn't need to happen. All The Rock had to say was what he said after. Or what he said before. I forgot which order winning. You didn't pin me. You pinned Roman Reigns. I gotta go away and do my Hollywood movies, of course. But when I come back, I'm coming for you. And then Cody said I'm gonna be looking forward to it. Should have said something meaner. I mean, The Rock whipped you with a belt that said your mom's name on it. Left you bloodied outside in the rain. He gave you hell for 3 months. Slapped you across your face about 5 times. What the hell is this? He just makes up after 1 day? It's okay, Rock. You're fine. You're the GOAT, Rock. You could do anything to me. As long as we're good now. Yeah, you could come back and get a free title shot. What? This went on. This segment went on for 20 minutes. The segment before that went on for 20 minutes. This is 40 minutes of Cody Rhodes in the ring, 20 minutes of The Rock in the ring. And I feel like 5 minutes of promo work got said. 5 minutes worth of noteworthy stuff got said in this 40 minutes of time. Now Cody coming out saying what he needed to say. No, it was needed. That's obviously what the people came and looked forward to. The Rock come out, that's what people came and looked forward to. But they didn't look at 25 minutes of awkward weirdness of people exchanging titles. Now where does this lead us? I already know. Rock, Cody Rhodes, main event of WrestleMania 41. The Rock has to go away, shoot a movie, that takes a while. The Rock's going to want to main event another WrestleMania before he retires. And there's 2 matches we need for The Rock before he retires. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. They're obviously going to get the Cody Rhodes sooner or later. And that one's going to be a good one. But Cody Rhodes is going to hold this belt for a while. This story's been way too long for him not to hold the belt for a year. He's going to main event WrestleMania 41, in my opinion, against The Rock. Roman Reigns is going to come back, do something else. Maybe get a rematch somewhere down the line. And Cody Rhodes will retain. Roman Reigns isn't getting back to that title. He's going to retire before he gets back to that title. Rhodes versus Rock, WrestleMania 41, something everybody wants to see. Now, was this promo, this segment, it was alright. It's what people want to see The Rock. Who doesn't want to see The Rock just come out? Cody Rhodes just come out after winning the title. Triple H just come out. Now, in terms of what we got done, besides booking a match a year in advance, absolutely nothing. Now, the first match of the night that lasted about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Shinsuke Nakamura comes to the ring. Commercial break. You know who comes out? First surprise of the night. NXT champion Ilya Dragunov. It was a good match. Good wrestling match. It was only 4 minutes and Nakamura got beat. He got beat by Dragunov's finishing move. Fair, square, clean. I take this more as a showcase match. It's just showcasing what NXT has to offer. What's going on Tuesday nights. You know, we had a match for the NXT with the NXT Women's Champion in it later in the night. This, of course, was a non-title match. Both, of course, non-title matches. It's more of a showcase match. But, for example, I know Shinsuke Nakamura hasn't been booked well at all. At all. In the past years and years. But Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, she faced Indy Hartwell. Who cares about Indy Hartwell, to be honest? But Nakamura has a fan base. He has, in a sense, he hasn't been important recently, but he still has a aura of importance to him, an aura of significance. And this match was good. I like the showcasing of the NXT talent to see what NXT has to offer. This is the development. This is who's up next. That's what I like about it. They're showcasing the main audience on national television. Who is up next? Who will you see in 5 years main eventing WrestleMania? And Ilya Dragunov is great. But why is Dragunov beating Nakamura in 5 minutes? That should happen when he's on the main card. We're not going to see Dragunov for another couple months until someone takes that title off him and he comes back. Or wait, he declared for the draft. But the title's still on him. Still have to wait a whole month before he comes up. What this doesn't... Nakamura, he's still on the roster for the next month. Dragunov's on NXT for the next month. More people watch Raw than they watch NXT, and I'm not saying Dragunov should have lost. Or maybe he could have lost in a close victory to a veteran. The Rook got outschooled by the veteran. This is what you play. This is what happens when you come and play with the big dogs. Why is Dragunov beating Nakamura in 5 minutes? At least have the match go 10-9 minutes. Close match. Ducks a finisher, hits him with his finisher, boom. Or gets caught up doing something, gets a lucky wood roll up. I don't know. I'm not a booker of the matches. I just got the ideas and the logic of what I think should happen. And I think Ilya Dragunov should not have beat Shinsuke Nakamura, a veteran, in 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Whatever. He beats him. We won't see him for another month. Nakamura takes another loss. I need to get him on track and do something with him. I mean, he's great. But there's nothing to do with him, I guess. He's another one. The more main eventers you have, the more people that they can go after a title. Now that the Intercontinental title is significant. Now that the U.S. title is significant. Now that every single title. The more people you have on the roster that is believable, that can go after that title, who may have a possibility of winning it, who intrigues the possibility of him winning it, is better. You know what? Now you need to have people that lose. But Nakamura shouldn't be losing. You don't want to end up like AEW having competitive matches with everybody now. But Nakamura losing to someone we're not going to see for another month, who's just getting introduced, who's just getting showcased, as I like to call these showcase matches, what they should be called. Come on. 5 minutes is absurd. Then we hear from the Judgment Day. They celebrate having Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley all holding up their titles. They celebrate that. They celebrate Priest cashing his Money in the Bank briefcase successfully. They said they had a perfect WrestleMania, had some problems to deal with. Judgment Day did lose their titles. Priest got new entrance music in this, making his way down the ring. But R-Truth appears out of nowhere as he raises his Raw Tag Team title. I think this is how this went down, according to my memory. As they're holding up their title, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest all holding up their titles. And R-Truth appears and holds up his titles. And then he gets on the mic and says he's only one half of the title holder. And then The Miz comes out. Truth is insisting, he's part of the Judgment Day. And then they're like, no, he's not part of the Judgment Day. And then Balor says that R-Truth and The Miz are going to have a short reign for the title. Challenges to a match to put their titles on the line. And then Truth says, it's pretty funny, him and Miz can't put their titles on the line right now because there's 3 of them. People think he's talking about Little Jimmy, his imaginary friend character back in 2011 when he was feuding with John Cena. And he says there's someone that they can't see, and everybody goes crazy, and they know they're talking about John Cena. The Judgment Day agrees to a 6-man tag, and Truth tries to introduce his tag team partner. He gets a beatdown. Cuts to commercial comeback, 6-man tag match. Dominic, Finn, and McDonough. None of the big dogs. Priest, he's not in the match. Of course, good. So right now it's like a 2-on-3 handicap match. Goes on for a little bit. It's a 12-minute match. They get beat down. The Miz and R-Truth, they're losing the match. 2-on-3 handicap match. Judgment Day, using numbers to their advantage. And then John Cena's music hits out of nowhere. Everybody goes crazy. He runs down the ring, revealing himself to be the third partner of the team, R-Truth and Miz. Attitude adjustment, triple attitude adjustment by all 3 of them. They all give one attitude adjustment. All give one a 5-knuckle shuffle. Pat McAfee called it a 15-knuckle shuffle. and they all get pinned to win the match. John Cena, I think he's filming movies right now, so he probably can't um do too much. That's why he only got rock bottom at WrestleMania in the middle of the ring. He only delivered a couple of AAs and did his finishing moves, but it's Raw after Mania. It's surprises. Who doesn't want to see John Cena? Who doesn't want to see The Rock? It's good stuff. It's fun. This was a pretty decent match. 6-man tag, R-Truth and Miz. Not all known to be the greatest workers. Now McDonough and Balor, they're really good. Dominic Mysterio, he's not that good at all either. But it's fun. It's a good match. It continues a joke in R-Truth's story. It's not like Judgment Day just forgot that they lost their titles. It's fun. This is what's gonna come out of R-Truth's title run with the Miz. Funny stuff that's no longer shown because there's no 24/7 title. I hope this title doesn't get turned into a complete joke. I hope they take it into some sense of seriousness. I'll get into where I thought they were going to go with these titles, where I hoped they would go with these titles, who I thought would deserve these titles, taking them off of the Miz and R-Truth. But I don't think that's going to happen after what I saw earlier. Now Brunson Reed, get a promo for him in the backstage area with his Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You'll think winning that Battle Royal means something. No, you just get a dumb bronze gold trophy that's taller than you. He's in a fatal 4-way for the number 1 contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship, Priest's title. He'll be going against Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, and Ricochet in the main event of this fatal 4-way match. Later in the night, I would think winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal means you get a U.S. title shot at the damn least. No, you don't get nothing. You just win it. That's how it's always been. Next, we get another one of the showcase match that I was talking about. Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell. How long did this match go? I forgot. You gotta check the notes. Less than 2 minutes and 44 seconds. The bell rings. Roxanne Perez offered her hand to Hartwell. Hartwell looks to shake it, slaps it away. They're just doing random stuff. It's a normal match. I mean, I could care less. It was a snooze fest. NCAA basketball championships on. Had that on the phone. I was not paying attention to this match. All I know is Candice LeRae tried to get involved to distract Roxanne Perez. Indy Hartwell didn't like it. Looked at Candice LeRae, had a problem with it, got distracted. Roxanne Perez gave her the pop rocks. 1, 2, 3. Done. Showcase match. This is a showcase match right here. You see? This is how you do it. I don't know why they were so different. I mean, I would have had it Dragunov lose. I mean, not lose, beat Nakamura still, but in a longer match. This was a shorter match against the NXT champion, Roxanne Perez, in a non-title match against someone who's not significant right now. And not someone many care about. Sorry, Indy Hartwell, no one cares about her. And she beats her in 3 minutes. Showing this is the NXT champion. This is someone who's up. This is the future. This is who's going to be in these WrestleMania moments in 5 to 10 years. She could beat main roster talent. Don't have the NXT champion beat Nia Jax in 5 minutes. Don't have the NXT champion also lose to Indy Hartwell. This is perfect. Showcase match. Showcase what's to come. Roxanne Perez wins. Hopefully someone cares. I could care less. I will not be watching Roxanne Perez tomorrow. Mainly because after this, they went to break after Roxanne Perez loses. Perez is strolling around backstage. She runs into Natalya. Natalya just says, I don't even know. I'll see you tomorrow. Like a robot. It sounded like a robot was talking. And then Perez corrects her. I'll see you on my show. That was where did this match come from? It just people walk around saying I'll see you tomorrow, and then they accept it. Now they have a title match or a match on NXT. I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. Does this not have to go through some GM? Is The Rock's daughter a GM? I'd like to hope Natalya already got this approved, but why you have to sound like a robot waiting for her, strolling around the back? I'll see you tomorrow. I don't like Natalya. She's good in the ring sometimes. Then we get another promo from Sami Zayn. Basically an intercontinental version of Cody's promo. He's done pretty historic things. He beat Gunther 666 days and reigned as Intercontinental Champion. Gave Gunther his flowers. Gunther made this title so significant it's not even funny. I hope Zayn does the same exact thing. Zayn talks about the help he got from Kevin Owens, seeing his son before the match, seeing Chad Gable, blah, blah, blah. Imperium comes to the ring. Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci. No Gunther, though. Kaiser talks about Gunther putting in work to make that title prestigious, like I just talked about. And he says that Sami Zayn looks like a bum. And they hit the ring to make what they call things right. Vinci and Kaiser surround Zayn on the outside, and then here comes Shoes, please. Chad Gable trots down to the ring, helping Zayn. And then we have a tag team match coming back from the break. Just an impromptu tag team match. Right now. None of these matches I felt were announced. I don't remember any of these matches being announced. But it was a fun match. Let me check my stopwatch, 12-minute match. It was good. It was enjoyable. It didn't feel like 10 minutes at all. But, Chad Gable now has a history with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn beat him to get the shot with Gunther. He met him in the back. Chad Gable gave him the hype talk to beat Gunther. He beat Gunther. He credited the hype talk to beating Gunther. And Chad Gable also said, "You owe me a favor." And now Chad Gable is keeping Sami Zayn close, his enemy and his friend at the same time, close. So this is a good little keeping the story going. We're not just gonna forget about the favor that he owes him. Chad Gable and Sami Zayn are gonna remain close until that favor. It's time for that favor to come. Whether it's Chad Gable turning on Sami Zayn, just giving him the favor fairly. We'll see where this goes. The winner obviously being Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. Now this is what I was talking about. R-Truth and Miz have their titles. They're gonna go on it for a couple months. I was hoping we'll get a more serious Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. They're absolutely amazing. And with Gunther out, maybe they go on a nice tag team run. Gunther comes back, wins a title from Priest maybe or something. I want to see Gunther as champion. That's damn near definitely in the future. But I was thinking about them taking Kaiser and Vinci more seriously. Maybe this is just a way to get them off TV with Gunther, and then when they come back, they'll be taken more seriously. But they really didn't need to lose this match. You could have had Gable and Zayn doing something to cause each other to lose a match together. I like Vinci. I like Kaiser. I think they have the potential to be a tag team champions. I was hoping they would take the championships off of one of these. There's months to come. They still have time. But this is not the way to start it. So obviously I don't think it's going in that direction. We had a vignette from Sheamus. He's on his way back, which is great, as I talked about, having as much people that are believable to go after any title, because they're all important right now. The U.S. title, Intercontinental, both world titles. Having the most amount of people to be able to go after those titles believably is significant, and it's important, and it's great for the product. Sheamus can go after Cody Rhodes' title and no one would question it. He's serious. He's a true contender for the title. He's a main eventer. He's not going to main event WrestleMania, but he's a main eventer for Backlash, I guess you could say. Then we had a match: Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green. Karen beat her in 32 seconds. Just a pump kick. Jade hit her with what's the move? Jaded. And won. Jade Cargill, she has an entrance. She has an entrance. She has a look. She has the muscles. Sometimes she has the promo. But it all looks the same. She doesn't look like a wrestler. She looks dominant, she doesn't have that wrestling feel to her kick, to her move. It was 32 seconds, so you could just feel it. It's cool. Her gimmick's still the same from AEW, it was working there. She's just more of a face now. But I think this was good stuff. Give her that win on national television finally, Make her more prominent role on television. Introduce her as a more prominent role on television. But I hope she becomes more than just an entrance, just more than a pop for that music. The storm is coming. Now, Drew McIntyre comes out before his match. He says his moment lasted 5 minutes and 45 seconds. And he respects Seth Rollins for giving him that moment. He says the Money in the Bank briefcase is a joke for messing up two of his title wins. He calls Priest a transitional champion. and he blames CM Punk for causing this to happen. It's because of what happened with CM Punk. Jey Uso's music cuts off McIntyre. Makes his way yeeting down the ring. Ricochet, Bronson Reed come out. It's time for the main event, the fatal 4-way match. Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre start off with each other. Ricochet, Bronson Reed start off with each other. A little one-on-one action as always. These matches usually start off with. It was a good match. Had the high flying spots from Ricochet. Even had someone going through the commentary table on Raw. It felt like a high action packed main event. It truly felt like a main event. With 17 minutes, it felt like a true action-packed main event. It felt like these people were actually fighting for something. It felt like they were actually fighting to get that opportunity that could change their lives. And that's what the title needs to be known as, something that could change a wrestler's life. And giving these opportunities to people like Brunson, Uso, and Ricochet. Not so much McIntyre. He's a known star. He's on fire right now. Ricochet went for a crazy, what was it? I don't even know what you call that. 450 through the announce desk. He hurt his ribs, Shawn Michaels style, onto Brunson Reed to connect. Match was great. I'm not going to go over the damn play-by-play. I'm not an announcer. But as McIntyre has Jey Uso singled in on the ring, Ricochet's out. He put himself out like an idiot. Brunson Reed's out for what Ricochet did. He has Jey Uso one-on-one. It is vision. Claymore kick, 3, 2, 1. CM Punk under the ring comes and grabs the ankle from the outside of Drew McIntyre, allowing Jey to deliver a spear. The Uso splash, 1, 2, 3, and the whole crowd's yeeting. Jey Uso now is the number 1 contender for Damian Priest's title, which is great. I actually really want to see Jey Uso have a big title match. I don't think he's gonna win it. Obviously, it's the first one against Priest. He's definitely not gonna win. But I really want to see Jey Uso in this main event Jey Uso spot. He's been the main eventer of Raw. I want to see him the main eventer of pay-per-views. And this just extends CM Punk and Drew McIntyre's feud. CM Punk screwing McIntyre out of big opportunities. He did it on the grandest stage of them all, and now he did it on the biggest Raw of the year. I like this. It continues the storyline that we knew we were getting CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. And I like the fact that they were Priest as the title, even though I don't like Priest so much. But CM Punk doesn't have to come back and lose to McIntyre, really is. He could beat McIntyre and not be champion immediately, not take the title off too soon. He could go right into this feud. Hopefully, maybe get the win over McIntyre to set him up to be a championship contender. Or McIntyre get the win. I like these feuds they don't know what can happen. They go either way. Those are the best. Continues the storyline. Jey Uso's now a main eventer of a pay-per-view, hopefully, or maybe not. He has his title match in the future. Big win. Continue storyline. This Raw, it was good. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. We'll start a Raw rating after going over each Raw. Excuse me again. Need some water. The Rock coming out, setting up that match. But I think it's going to happen next year. I sure think they're setting up a match for next year like he did at 27 going into 28. After 27 going into 28. Because there's no way The Rock's going to finish the movie, come back for SummerSlam. He's either going to wrestle at SummerSlam, Saudi, or WrestleMania. Those are three pay-per-views he'll wrestle for. He's not going to come back for SummerSlam. I don't see him really want to do Saudi because of maybe some backlash he'll get. WrestleMania is The Rock show. He'll come back to WrestleMania 41 against Cody WrestleMania. It'll probably be his last match. That would be amazing. That feud would be absolutely incredible. Drew McIntyre continues his feud with CM Punk. CM Punk screwed McIntyre to big opportunities, which is great. This feud's going to be amazing. You don't know who's going to win. Jey Uso is now number 1 contender. So now we got Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. Hopefully will be brought to light more on Raw. Become more of a feud on Raw. Got the continuation of the connection between Sami Zayn and Chad Gable in their Intercontinental Championship journey. And Sami Zayn now got it. And he owes Chad Gable a favor. We'll get that match eventually, which would be good. Want to see how they develop it. How they develop it to more of a feud. Also, Rhea Ripley got attacked by Liv Morgan. Do I care? Not really. Liv Morgan, she's good. Rhea Ripley caused an injury. Made Rhea Ripley injured Liv Morgan, having her out for a year. I think was said on commentary. So we got our feuds: Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, Priest, Gable, Zayn, Cody, The Rock later. So we don't know what the future holds for Cody. Hopefully something on SmackDown will appear. Bayley's gonna be on SmackDown. We didn't get anything from Bayley. Just got, the WrestleMania recaps that WWE's so good at. Raw, in general, got things done. John Cena surprises. Don't know what's going on with the tag team championships on Raw just yet. No feuds yet, which will be just fine. It's going to be fun. It's more about fun. It's not going to be about real going after the titles. Yes, that will have it, but it's truth. It'll be fun. I feel like I'm just rambling now. We know what happened on Raw. It was a good Raw. Did what it needed to be done. Hopefully, we'll get more about Cody on SmackDown. Not so much about long term, but the short term. What's coming? Backlash, I think, is coming up May 4th in France. And then Clash at the Castle in Scotland. That'll probably be the CM Punk match, I'm guessing. Thank you for watching the Raw review. Hopefully, I didn't make it too long, too short. Hopefully, it was entertaining, the first one. Hopefully, I did my best. I'll see y'all in the next one.